What's going on, fight fans? Boxstar Forum, Terry L. is your host once again. I'm coming at y'all with some fresh boxing news. Wow, this right here might be a shock to some of y'all, may not be a surprise to others. Eddie Reynoso, which is Canelo Alvarez's head trainer, has just announced to the WBC committee that Canelo Alvarez will step up to fight cruiserweight, and the talk has it for the vacant WBC cruiserweight title against Ilunga Jr. Makabu from Congo. And for those of you who don't remember Makabu, he fought back in 2016. He fought against Tony Bellew for the then vacant WBC cruiserweight title, and he lost by technical knockout. Tony Bellew sensationally won that fight at the soccer stadium in England at Goodison Park Stadium. So Canelo Alvarez is moving up yet again. He won't be facing David Benavidez because he will be fighting at cruiserweight. I want you to listen in to Eddie Reynoso, who made the announcement to the WBC committee, and take a listen, guys, and tell me what you think. The next voice you'll hear will be Mauricio Suleiman, the president of the WBC.
The WBC has received an official petition from Saul Canelo Alvarez to fight for the WBC Cruiserweight Championship of the world when he will return May or June. So I would like to understand if there is a motion for this to be.
Uzi makes the motion. Is there a second? Miguel Ángel de Pablo seconds. All of those in favor, please raise your hand. Passes.
I am running the meeting, Samson. Please wait.
Okay. I wait.
The WBC has approved unanimously Saul Canelo Alvarez to fight for the WBC Cruiserweight Championship of the world. Congratulations, Eddie. This is a very, very big surprise, unique. But I'm sure he will continue to make history. Congratulations.
So there you have it. Said by the man himself, addressing Mauricio Suleiman, president of the WBC, addressing Eddie Reynoso, who addressed the committee personally, announcing Canelo Alvarez submission to fight at the cruiserweight limit. As we all know, the cruiserweight limit, or fighting the cruiserweight, is a step below heavyweight. So he's kind of following the steps of Roy Jones Jr., who, as we know, fought for the heavyweight title, moving up from middleweight, beating John Ruiz when he won the, I believe it was a WBA heavyweight title, and then he moved back down to light heavyweight. So, as you know, Canelo Alvarez campaigns at 168. He's the undisputed champ at 168. He's the first in history, boxing history, to unify the division at 168, super middleweight. And now he will not defend his titles immediately. He will either vacate the titles, God knows, or whatever whatever sort of demands the IBF, WBC, WBA, or the IBF or WBO a mandate on Canelo Alvarez. My chance, or my thoughts are, they will probably give him some leeway, and they'll probably take as much time as he needs. And he will fight obviously in May or June, as announced by Mauricio Suleiman, to fight and take on Ilunga Jr. Makabu. Now, for those of you who don't know who Makabu is, he's a hard-hitting cruiser. Definitely not the best of the bunch of the cruiserweight title, to be honest. He's a name. He's known. He's fought Tony Bellew, which is probably the only really noticeable scalp. It wasn't even a scalp because he lost to Tony Bellew. So in my opinion, based on looking at his box rec, and you can look him up, he's 28-2. He's been KO'd twice or TKO'd twice. He lost his very first fight, believe it was in South Africa or in Congo, where he fought. And then he made his way across the waters, and he's now campaigning at cruiser. He's had a pretty successful career. He's made some decent money. He's done some decent things, but he's fought quite a few journeyman fighters. So he stayed active, but he's not a he's not a banger. He's not someone that you would think, oh my God, what is Canelo doing? He's moved up to cruiserweight. He's tactfully, yet again, smart marketing and clever teamwork by Team Canelo. They've chosen a scout that is older, slower, um, and probably doesn't have the ring generalship as Canelo Alvarez. So don't be surprised that Canelo Alvarez goes up, fights for the WBC belt, a belt and a committee, the WBC that's well known to Canelo. They're big fans of him, and he's big fans of them, so to some extent. But um, don't be surprised if he fights at cruiserweight, the WBC, and he wins. Now, Makabu is a fighter that's one of those guys where he's game. He'll come in there, he'll try to bang, and he'll try to rough up Canelo and things that nature. And if this fight does hold up next year in 2022, then it will be a hell of a fight. But it's a fight that I expect Canelo to win. I'm saying that already. We're in November 2021. I think they're very clever in choosing. Um, Obviously, Canelo's taking lead in this, obviously, because they're not making Canelo doing something that he doesn't want to do. But instead of fighting David Benavidez, which is the people's choice at 168, a hard-hitting David Benavidez, young, hungry, throws punches and bunches. Instead of taking that challenge on, he's chosen a route that where he can make history yet again by winning at another weight class. So he's moving up 2 weight classes to cruiserweight. He's probably going to beef up another 25 pounds because he's 168 now. When he walks in the ring, he probably walks in the ring at 174, 175. He's fighting at 168. So he solidly walks in the ring, I would believe, anywhere between 175 to 178 when he fights at super middleweight. So he'll then have to go up another 20 pounds to get to the 190s to fight a cruiser. So he won't be a big cruiserweight. And he's fighting a cruiser that's not very tall and big and monstrous anyway. Because he's 5'7", 5'8", Canelo Alvarez, generally anybody he fights is going to be either the same size he is or same height or bigger. So I don't think fighting a bigger man scares him at all. But fighting the cruiser weight that's, I would say, the weakest of the bunch of a cruiserweight. So he's not going to fight Lawrence Okolie at cruiser. That just wouldn't make any sense. Plus Lawrence Okolie can bang and he can box. So that wouldn't be a matchup that he would fancy. But he's going to fight for a vacant WBC belt and take on that challenge, and then probably vacate the belt once he makes history and go back down to 168. So that's fresh off the press. You got to hear from, well, I would say shouts out to the guys that runs Fight Hype, because to be honest, I'm not going to take credit for something I didn't do myself. So the brothers over there at Fight Hype in the US were the ones to leak this story first that I latched on to, and bring it to you guys here in the UK and around the world. So yeah, we're not haters, we're congratulators. So yeah, but here we are. It's about to go down probably June or July, May or June of 2022. Canelo Alvarez will fight for the cruiserweight title at the WBC, the WBC title at cruiser. Tell me what you think, whether you think it's baloney, if you think Canelo Alvarez will probably get knocked out, or has he gone too far? Will he get handled and dealt with at a weight class that's unbeknown to him? That's all I got for y'all right now. Boxstar Forum. Hit the like and subscribe button. Before I go, I want to say shouts out to our main sponsor, the brothers over there at Rika Property Management, showing us mad love. BoxFit UK showing us mad love. And all the other fans around the world who's been subscribed to the channel. Continue to subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram. And, we're going to keep the magic happening. That's all I got for y'all. Holla back. Peace. I'm out.